How events in World War II influenced gender roles today. Early in the 20th century, a few decades before World War II, women constituted a significant number of workers in the silk, textile and weaving industries, but only the women who were typically poor or unwed. It was a gender expectation in this time period of Japan that after marriage, women were to stop working. Essentially, society expected women's efforts to move from working hard in the textile industry to working hard for their family. There was also an irony in that, in addition to working hard for their family, they were expected to be obedient, docile and worshipping of their spouse, a gender role left over from samurai culture. These roles became so cemented in the years leading up to 1937 that when World War II began, the Japanese government discouraged women from entering the workforce, despite the many vacancies that came around from the large amount of men entering the military. Instead, women joined merely volunteer associations. This kept in check with Japanese cultural conventions, as this wasn't factory work. Eventually, however, the staggering amount of men lost to the military forced the government to accept that women were required to fill the slots that men left behind. All women that were deemed able, that is, unmarried and over 15, were required to work. By 1944, more than 4 million women were working in 17 important industrial sectors, such as aircraft manufacturing, munitions, electrical factories, pharmaceuticals, and textiles. While women were finally working in the same positions as men, they were paid much less, which worked against women at the end of the war, when food was scarce and prices rose. After the war, most women who held jobs in factories were fired, but eventually women were able to share responsibilities with their husbands. Thus, women continued the evolution of their gender roles. Today, much like men, women are beginning to thrive in the workplace, to the point where there is now a female equivalent to salaryman. This is career woman.